And now stand by for adventure.
3, 2, 1.
Hey, how y'all doing out there? Let's see who I got in here already. Postal Panner and Jeff Davis. Hey, how y'all doing? Let's see here. Give it a few moments. I got 3 people in there, so I have a lurker. That's good. That's good. How you doing tonight, Jeff? Let's see. Okay, so I wanted to just go through the last of my ancient coins and share it with y'all. You see, I got 4 people in here now. But I figured I'd just go out. I got probably about a half hour, maybe a little longer, hopefully. But and then at the end of the stream, I'll be giving away a South African coin. I'm waiting for a few more people to join in. Let me go ahead and set up to where we can see these ancient coins. And pain in the ass, how you doing tonight? Let's see here. Barry, how you doing? So I figured I'd give away a little something different tonight. It's a South African, a little bit smaller than a dime. Got King George VI on it. Lola Davis, how you doing? Jackalope Herdmaster, how you doing tonight? So it's 1946. So we'll be giving that away at the end of the stream. So over to stream, go ahead, make sure you're hitting the pound goal. Well, let me make sure I got that set up to be registering y'all. Had the power go out on me right before the stream, so I had to hurry up and get everything back up. let's see here. Okay, so Lisa Anderson, how are you doing tonight? Let's see here. Yes. Yeah, we just had a real bad storm pass through here, a pain in the ass. Oh, wait, let me just change my camera back over. But yeah, we had a real bad storm come through, and I mean, it's Florida. You get them in the afternoon, so it went through and knocked out the power for about 3 minutes and then came back on, so I'm happy it came back. Let's see here. Okay, so doesn't look like I missed anyone, and we got about 8 people here. Like I said, go ahead and do that pound gall, and we'll get you entered into the gall for the end of stream giveaway. And hopefully Nightbot will be announcing it. Okay, so the first one I want to share with you is Diocletian. Try to say that one quick. He was the Roman Empire, or Roman Emperor, from 284 till 305 AD, and he is nicknamed the emperor that retired because he just renounced his throne. Yeah, he just decided that he didn't want to be emperor no more, and he renounced his throne. So this is what he looked like in real life, supposedly. The statues of him that they found. And I pull that off there and throw the coin up. He is the only Roman emperor to relinquish his throne. And like I said, he ruled from 284 AD to 305 AD. That is not nice. God is great. But I think this coin's pretty good detail still. The front has some wear to it. But then again, I got some zinc and Lincolns that don't even look this good. Yeah, God is great. That's a pretty bad joke. Okay, so the next one I have is Lacinus. Let me get him up here. Oops, that's not him. Yeah, Lacinus, okay. And let me change the banner. So this is Lacinus the First. And he was in power from 308 AD to 324 AD. And he was, like we spoke about Constantine the First, he was a rival and a colleague of him. Now, he is the one that brought Christianity to life in Rome, being a pagan environment. They were feeding Christians to the lions and, doing all that nasty stuff. But he made it that it wasn't like that he himself wasn't a Christian, but he made it so that Christianity could be practiced out in the open. Now he was actually executed later on down the line by Constantine the First because of a failed civil war attempt. Let me go ahead and remove his bust. We'll throw that coin on up there. It's still got some detail to it. Switching back and forth. Yeah, you're rough around the edges too, Lola. Yeah, he did look pretty hypnotized in there. And like I said, he wasn't a Christian himself. He just laid the framework for Christianity to be accepted. Now, he was actually succeeded by his son. Let me throw a picture of him up. Lacinus II. I actually am making one a ticker, so. He was replaced, and he only made it up to the rank of Caesar. I guess there was the structure. Caesar was right below the emperor, and he served between 317 AD and 324 AD. And I look at this and the other pictures of him, I think, yeah, he was a very, very well-fed Roman. I mean, he looks like a little gerbil with his cheeks puffy there. But let me turn that off. And even his likeness on here shows he's a little well in his cheeks. Lyle Okamoto, how you doing today? I have no idea what's on the back of this coin. From what I think it is, I've seen ones that had like a chariot and soldiers marching with it, but I have no idea. I can't make any details out other than the lines and some lettering. Oh, thank you, God is great. But if any of you can make anything out and figure out what it is, I'd be happy for your input. Now, let me see here. Okay, so the next one that we have is Crispus. And let me see. I have my picture of him. Yes. Now he was, because Rome was broken up into different categories or different areas, like East, West, and Britannia, and even down in Africa. But he was over top of an area in what's now modern day Germany, and that's what he was the emperor of. He is the eldest son of Constantine the First. Now, I don't know what he did, but somewhere along the lines, he made Daddy angry, and Daddy had him executed. So, he was emperor until 323. But he was executed by his father in 326, so I'm assuming he was in prison for all that time after that. So let's take a look here at his coin. Sorry, I'm having trouble getting the bag open. Let me see here. Sorry, I'm trying to keep up with the chat and everything too. Like I say, he was the emperor over top of an area that's in now modern day Germany. And I really like the back of this one. To show a castle and the star above it. Boy, you're in rare form tonight, Ken. Ken is Nightbot must be a wife in the day. Scolding her husband. Yeah, I remember them days. Okay, I'm just putting this coin away real quick. Okay, so my next one I got up for us is Valentina the First. And he was a Roman emperor from 364 AD to 375 AD, over the western half of the Empire of Rome. Like I said, it had been divided up into three sections of Britannia, East and Western Rome. Now, this one does still have a little good detail on it. Like I said, I mean, you're looking from, what, 1,600 plus years old, 1,700 years old, almost. I always love holding these coins, thinking about the history behind them. What may have held this coin? Who may have touched this coin? I always think that's amazing. Okay, so now we're going to move on to Theodorus the Great. And the thing about Theodorus the Great was, prior to his rule, Rome was a pagan empire. And to give you an idea of the size of this coin in comparison to a dime, just the detail on it alone. Now you got to think, when they made these molds back then, like I said, they didn't have magnifying glasses. I think they used like drops of water and creative ways to magnify what they were doing. And they were carving this into a die backwards. Just try to wrap your head around doing that. Yeah, God is great. Every time I go to the coin show, I pick up like a half dozen. The guy there, I buy him off every year. He's got different level and different prices. I usually, get the medium level price. But I usually get like a half dozen every time I go. There's a coin show twice a year, so I'm building my collection. Now I just got to remember what I have, so next time when I go, I don't pick up so many duplicates. And here I am showing this coin with the picture of him still up there. Oops. So let me go ahead and do this again to give you an idea. There's the size of this coin. So, I mean, the detail in this is amazing. And like I said, you see the cross down there. And that's because, like I said, he's the one that made Christianity the official religion of Rome, which had to take some guts back then. Because, I mean, you're looking at, they built statues and temples and everything else to all their different gods. And for someone to come out and say this religion is the new religion, you're going to have to follow it. That has to get some different response. Okay, so now we're going to move on. This emperor's name was Justinian. That's what they found mosaics of him. And he was the emperor of the Western Rome, the Byzantine Empire, which is pretty much, the capital was in Constantinople. So it's pretty much in modern day Turkey. And he ruled from 527 AD to 565 AD. And when I look at this one, I get all kinds of creeped out by the look on this face of this coin. That is a kind of borderline scary looking, what's left of it. And this lettering down here at the bottom is from what I understand, is their version of a mint mark, and let them know where the coin was minted. But I think of like a monkey man when I see this one. And just the eyes that are still in there. I mean, this one's just so creepy. But I'm sure it looked a lot different when it was first minted. Okay, so let me put this one away. And finally, I have Tiberius II, Constans. He was the emperor of the Byzantine Empire from 578 AD to 582 AD. This coin doesn't have much detail on the outbursts. A lot of environmental damage on it. You know, it's probably the newest coin that I have here tonight so far, and it looks the worst. So once Christianity spread throughout the Roman Empire, they started putting likenesses of, you know, their depiction of Christ. And I got a coin here, and it's dated between the 11th and 12th century. And you can barely make out the details, but going around it, there's the halo, and there's the face and body. A lot of environmental damage, but like I said, between the 11th and 12th century. And they give you a scale for this one. That's the size of that coin. But they were going to start they started putting like the faces, their depiction of Christ on the coin. So they call it like a Jesus coin. And I guess, 11th, 12th century, wasn't that around the time the Crusades were going down? I don't know my history that well. Maybe not. Maybe it was a little bit later in the 1400s, but. Okay, so let me go ahead and all right. Okay, so it looks like we have 8 people here and 6 people entered. I am going to run a 30-second countdown to give you all another moment or two to get in, and then we'll run it. All right, so once again, we'll be running it for that South African coin. Here we go. All right, Mike Schleids. All right, Mike, send me an email. Retired Navy Rob at gmail.com. And I'll get that out in the mail to you probably tomorrow if you get me your email tonight. Once again, I'd like to thank everybody for coming in tonight. I really appreciate it. I know there's a lot of other things happening, but thank you for coming on. And if you haven't already, hit that like button on the way out. But y'all have a great night and keep on stacking.
I can imagine no more rewarding a career. And any man who may be asked in this century what he did to make his life worthwhile, I think can respond with a good deal of pride and satisfaction. I served in the United States Navy.